the call. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership
bullshit,
gives you.
man.
You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss. A yard, and it leads to a third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a nice start there to the area.
Oh, yeah.
Contact to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Was looking sharp right from the...
Hello? Hey, yeah, me and my homeboy was on my way over there, and I had turned back around, and I ain't getting no call from you, but it worked me over pretty good on my knee and my back. Do you mind if I just wait here for you? It doesn't really matter what time it is, but I need to kind of relax a little bit.
That's fine.
You sure? Okay. Okay.
Hey, Dr. Copeland.
Huh?
Good. Your 10... Hold on.
Oh,
Your
okay.
10 o'clock is ready for 3091. I just got a call from Charles Barrington's PCT.
Go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearsal.
And he's going to have to eat.
Either today or as soon as possible.
This one is down he goes.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but...
So I told her... Are you here tomorrow?
The opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose you.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good. Good. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait here and kind of relax, cause she did both today. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, she had me do some different exercises and shit. And it's I'm really sore right now with that cold too. So I'm gonna just wrap up in this bed and play this game for a second. And oh fuck.
I wish you would have just texted me. I was with a patient. That's easy for me to, if I don't answer, it's easy for me to respond via text. Most often, if I'm not busy, I answer.
Yeah, my bad. It's all good. I ain't gonna, you know, I wasn't thinking all that clear. I figured if you couldn't answer the phone, then you wasn't by it. So that's all. All right. I guess huh?
I try to, I'm going to see what my lunch is. I'm not trying, like Tuesdays are busy days for me. That's why I can't. Normally I take my lunch from 12 to 1.
Okay.
But Tuesdays are busy, so it's hard to say what time I leave after lunch. But I will run it over with my lunch, so I'll see what, depending on what time I'll take. Well, not depending. I just can't give you an exact time, what time that will be.
Right. That's cool. I'll be here. You can just text me or call me and let me know.
All right.
Alrighty. Peace.
Yardage brought down at the 32.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Riley. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble.
I'll say first down. That way we don't have to have no goddamn third down.
And gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Operating from the gun, Riley. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I should have ran it.
Charles, a little bit of
Don't
feast or
force
famine on
anything,
this drive. They
Benjamin.
moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because
Should have
when
ran
he's
it.
not
I mean,
being
yeah, you
hit,
want it,
as
but
you mentioned,
don't
they're
force.
moving
You
the ball.
gotta already
Now
know
from
you
the
can't force
9,
nothing
here's
on that.
second and goal.
Why would you do that? Just run it up the middle. We'll get a touchdown later. No biggie.
From the gun, Riley. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the
Put yourself
7.
further back.
Only 3
You doing
yards
all
there
this
on the
for nothing.
completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a
All you had
lot
to do
of
is run
yardage
and bitch up the
after
gut
catch.
3 times.
But in this situation, the defense was effective,
Fuck that
able
up.
to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coach.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. Spit, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive.
They tried it.
Just past the 30-yard line.
They tried it. They want me to lose. They got too many motherfucking divisions. I got 3 division games in the first 4 weeks. Come on, man.
Make sure they don't do that again.
And 2 of them is the Cowboys.
101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Baldwin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
It's caught, Shepard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Fletcher Cox able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Oh, okay.
Over the middle, he's got his tight
he
end
that
in.
fast?
And he goes down, but not before getting
Is
his
he
inside.
that fast where he could just do that to my linebacker? I shouldn't have switched, because once I seen the linebacker switch to him, I was like, you know what, that's not gonna work. I don't think he's that fast. Oh shit, yeah, he is. Okay. Okay. Hey, he a 90 out of that motherfucker. Alright, I fucked up. I fucked up. We want to make sure we got a goddamn receiver on him.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, that's the second part in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
319. 319.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Chester Rogers, 29 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be fielded at the 6. Dances by him.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. In that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the goal.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to throw. Riley. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Riley, flush to his right. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tevin Coleman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller not dropped. Into coverage, he comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
A handoff to Barkley. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete.
No, I already did that, but
and that's going to bring up a 4th
good
down.
job, Ruddy.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right.
You could have had that, kid.
Incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
How the fuck y'all don't know how to block anymore?
Sure the Giants get there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here.
Fuck.
A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on third and long. Riley. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a give to Barkley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Riley. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. It's a foot race. 20.
Ain't gonna say nothing. A 92-yard touchdown return.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due.
You froze up.
Return. Great blocking, great vision, all the way
Good job,
down to
rookie.
the 2-yard line. The only
Is that the
person who
rookie?
has to
I
be.
don't think Lions is the rookie. No, Glover is the rookie. Yeah, he that one with that 98 acceleration. Man, I'm about to move that nigga to kick returner and motherfucking punt returner. That 98 acceleration. For real. That nigga accelerates too fast. And it's proven right there. This was a test. And the test has been proven.
Upset. The guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up
Great way to start that off. Great way to start that off. Make the Pro Bowl.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now. first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8.
Oh.
And a nice return.
Yeah, I got to get another one. I could have had it right there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Coleman on the toss.
How did I go into him? When I'm like, the controller was doing no such thing. What the fuck is that?
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those laterals.
I think it's magnetized again? They doing the magnetized Madden? That's what we on, magnetized Madden again?
That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second
Fucking
down.
break,
Went
man.
backwards. It's third and very long. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Come on, man.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, it's Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin.
Oh, that was Roquan. I thought that was Von Miller. Roquan. 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 Roquan.
A bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now back to throw. Looking for Shepard deep.
Get him. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to fuck with the corners no more. I'm going to let y'all do your job.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw.
Let y'all do your job, man.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers.
You want to catch it, and you might fuck up. Let them do what they do.
Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 47-yard.
Let them do their job. Let them do their job.
A 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Really?
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Jamming like that. Okay.
Yeah, just something
jamming.
Off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards.
I'll be like jamming too.
Just about a few inches here.
They jamming, 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 jamming. They're jamming, 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 jamming.
Looking to throw. Riley. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Jam on.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
I don't like that play. I will never run that. I will never run that one again.
He was planted in the backfield.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play.
Oh, I should have
just...
just...
He's going to lose yardage
All
and be backed
right.
up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
That's cool.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape of this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Tough spot here. 3rd and 18 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Riley. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling.
They ain't running the ball no more. They're down too much.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now let's go. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
Here we go.
Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20, 10, all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 48 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to throw.
Good job.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the
Good
16-yard line.
Great defense.
Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Riley. Throw left side complete. It's Lyons. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. But the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
They'll start out here with the option left. It's a loss of 4 there.
Really? He's not in the end zone? All right.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now Saquon Barkley, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down, Barkley escapes the defender. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Back to throw now on 1st down. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Chester Rogers, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the problem.
That is an absolute pick. And I fucked it up. It must have been me. But I don't understand how I could fuck. Like, Madden, I pushed the button. I do this all the time. I'm not new to it. How? How is that possible where he overruns this play? How? How? He's looking dead at the... Are you kidding me? And then he stands there and watches over. Who is that? The best nigga on the team does that? The best nigga on the defense, DBs, does that? Like, come on, man. That's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
It sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And
don't touch them no more. I know it might look like you can get it, but they're going to make it delay. They're going to make something happen where you can't take control, and he's going to do that. Instead of making a play on the ball, he's going to stand there and look at the ball. And that's fucking stupid as fuck.
But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
This shit is dumb as hell, man. Like that.
That onside kick, they didn't get it.
I swear, this might be my last goddamn season, man.
The toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Detroit! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Lions. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard! Gun!
Looking to throw. Riley. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Riley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Eagles, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
take mama to the